Okay, am I back? Looks like I am. Looks like I do have a health bar outside the courtroom. I haven't actually seen what happens if that runs out, but... maybe I don't have what I need to show Eni yet. Oh, hey, Dick. Hey, it's you, pal. So you're gonna be your lawyer, I'll bet. Yes. Oh. I really feel bad for you, pal. Just this once, I wish I could be on your side. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, but I shouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to you. Hey, you're a cute kid. Oh, Pearl? I'm not scary, honest. Wow, I never knew Gumshoe liked kids. Hey, I know. I'll show you something cool. How's this? It's a real genuine pistol. Oh, yeah, give her your gun. That's great. Detective Gumshoe, what are you doing showing her something that dangerous? Oh, sorry. What about Maya and the charges against her? I don't think you can win, pal. If you're talking about proof, we got a few pieces. You got proof? Yeah, pal. That puffy-haired photographer is going to testify tomorrow. Oh, great. Lotta again. He must be talking about Lotta, actually. Speaking of Lotta, I took some hot pictures earlier. Oh, yeah, I thought she showed them to us, but they're not in our evidence. Remember? I took some pictures of the murder scene inside. She's probably saving those for the trial, though. Lotta's hot pictures. I wonder where the camera captured. Besides, you must have realized by now, pal. There's no way anyone other than Maya Fey could have done it. What am I supposed to say to Pearls now? About Dr. Gray. The victim wasn't super famous, but people still knew who he was. His face was all over those tabloid shows last year. Yeah, the whole controversy with the malpractice incident. Yeah, I know. I was looking through some newspapers from last year and... Huh? Could have sworn I cut an article out, but I guess I must have lost it. God damn it, Dick. He's searching through his pockets, and boy are those big. Huh. Look really interesting, too. Hey, you have a copy, pal? Copy of that article? I think Dr. Gray might have brought a copy to the office when he came by. Oh! Are you talking about this? Dr. Gray brought this over to my office the other day, and... Hey, it's that news story. The one about the malpractice suit. Yeah. 14 patients died, and it caused a huge stink. Yeah, but that's not all, pal. Things only got worse after that. You mean the car accident the nurse died in? Huh. Oh, here we go. I brought my own clipping with me today. Here, pal. This is for you. Alright, thanks. Good. Mimi Miney, nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic, died after falling asleep at the wheel. Yeah. She's obviously related. About Maya's trial tomorrow. I got 2 pieces of news for you, pal. 2? Yeah, bad news and even worse news. So, which you want to hear first? I don't really care. It doesn't change the fact that I'm not gonna like it. Do they have a brother named Mo? Unless, Unless you're talking about Larry and Curly. Well, the prosecutor for the trial is Prosecutor Von Karma. What? What did he get acquitted or probation or Von Karma? Him? Manfred Von Karma. He was an awe-inspiring veteran prosecutor. He never lost a case in the 40 years of his career. And he raised a fearsome disciple. Edgeworth, yeah. The horrible aftertaste that the evil he force-fed me is something I'll never forget. Wait a sec. But didn't Von Karma stand trial and... That's where the other piece of bad news comes in. The Von Karma you're facing tomorrow is actually his successor. Oh. Successor? Tell us about that. So, who's the successor to Von Karma? Literally, pal, it's Prosecutor Von Karma's kid. Oh? His kid became a prosecutor real young, like 13, and hasn't lost a trial since. Holy shit. That's impressive. That's what they call a prodigy, pal. Kid, huh? Wait a sec. 13? The kid became a prosecutor at the age of 13? I mean, a prodigy like that, I would have heard something about. Oh, no, the kid was born and raised in Germany, pal. The country's got a lot of stuff, and it's a great place to develop a person's talents. Germany, huh? That's probably why I've never heard of this person. Still, all it takes is someone mentioning the name Von Karma. I get terrible flashbacks to that case. Oh, yeah. Stop it! Get a grip on yourself, Phoenix. None of that matters anymore. Now that he's gone... He's gone? What do you mean? What is this about? Well... At any rate, I think I know what to show to, what to show to this chick.
Take that!
Okay, you know who Dr. Gray is. How many times do I have to repeat myself? Where's your proof? You may have never met Dr. Gray in person. I believe you might have indirectly known of him. Yeah, the nurse. You were related to her.
Take that!
Take a look at this newspaper clipping. Like, what is it? Story about an accident? Please read the victim's name. Mimi Miney. Miney's a pretty rare last name, wouldn't you say? Ms. Mimi Miney wouldn't happen to be a relative of yours, would she? So you noticed. She was my older sister. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. I'm sorry about your loss. Your sister. Was she a nurse? Perhaps at Dr. Gray's surgical clinic? Gray Surgical Clinic. I don't think I need to tell you that the clinic was run by the victim, Dr. Turner Gray. Oh, which is how you knew of Dr. Gray. You knew him through your sister. Please, tell me all you know about Dr. Gray. Oh, damn, that's a... She looks... Damn, she looks mean in that photo. Oh my god. My sister's name was Mimi Miney. She was like a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. That's what I thought. I heard that, like, Dr. Gray was really tough on people, like a total slave driver. My sis was, like, always coming home totally wiped out because she was overworked. Wiped out. So is that why she fell asleep at the wheel? That guy, like, drove my sis so hard, so, like, that's why the accident happened. The one where 14 patients died from malpractice. Yeah, like, I think that was the doctor's fault, too. My sis was pushed by, like, everyone's expectations and, like, her duties and stuff. And that pushed her to her death. Oh. I'm sorry. So, like, are we done? I've, like, already told my story to, like, everyone. You understand now, Mr. Nick? This is how a Cyclock works. Well, I don't plan to pry into people's hearts unless I absolutely need to. The lock this time was pretty easy, but you might meet people who aren't as willing to give in later on. If you don't have enough proof, be careful, and know when to stop trying. Okay, I guess so. Now what? I mean, it didn't feel like we got any new evidence out of that. Mr. Nick. What's wrong? I've never left Crane Village. Really? Wow, that's pretty amazing. Yeah, from the sound of things, Pearl was pretty sheltered. You're gonna meet with Mystic Maya, aren't you? Please tell her I said hi. Will do. Hey, wait! She ran off again. Well, I know Annie's secret now, but I still don't have any idea how I'm gonna save Maya. I don't even know if I should go in there with a smile or a straight face. Well... what am I supposed to do? I'm almost out of time. Can I really do anything? Can I really save her? Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? That must be Maya. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Phoenix? That voice! Oh, she's channeling Mia now. Mia! Even without me being here, it looks like you've learned to stand on your own. Mia! She's Maya's older sister, and my mentor. Oh, yeah, she was a top-notch defense lawyer, but a certain case forced her into retirement. But whenever I'm in trouble, she comes to help, just like this. Her spirit comes back from the other world and borrows Maya's body for a bit. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face in front of your client. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets, and especially when it's bad. Mia. You can't smile at the end if you haven't been smiling the whole way here. In any case, the face you're making now is no face to show a client, Phoenix. But... so tell me all about it. I'm gonna guess my sister's in a lot of trouble again. Oh, is she? I told her everything about what happened in the last 2 days. Mia closed her eyes, deep in thought while she listened. I see. Mia, what am I supposed to do? It's pretty clear what a good lawyer does in this situation. And that is? Tell me, please. Believe in your convictions and fight for the complete acquittal of your client. Complete acquittal. You think Maya's not guilty? How can you be so sure? I know she is, and I'll give you a hint as to why. Yes? Mediums cannot have dreams. Oh, she did mention having a dream while she was unconscious, didn't she? They can't? From what you told me, it sounds like Maya was having a dream while channeling. Yeah, she said she dreamt she died and was buried in the ground. But that's impossible. You've heard it from her, I'm sure. When a medium channels, her own spirit disappears. Which means it's impossible for her to dream during that time. Then, what does this mean? I think it's safe to bet that Maya was set up. A setup. It's up to you to blow the lid off this case tomorrow and show how she was set up. How am I supposed to prove her innocence when I have nothing to go on? If you're looking for a clue, it's already in your hands. It is? It is? Just as it sounds, Phoenix, you already hold the key. Key as in a literal key? Really? Come on, show me the key to this case. The key, huh? Alright, I'll show it to her. The key I hold. Alright, Maya, let me whip it out. Mia, have you seen this key before? The key. It's literally the key to understanding everything that's happened in this case. This key? Phoenix, listen. Right now, that key is sitting in your hand. However, it shouldn't be. It contradicts the facts. Right, because didn't Morgan say that Maya should have been holding that key? What does she mean? I'm certain this key will be the piece of evidence that makes your case tomorrow. You already know everything you need to know. You know what the key to this case is. That's enough. But, how can I win tomorrow without knowing who the real murderer is? Who could have... I didn't know it at the time. Okay, you can hear it, Coolio. When rewatching some of my other videos, I can kind of hear, you kind of hear me like scratching the beard a little bit, and I think that is what you're hearing. I guess it comes through pretty pretty loud then. I guess considering the placement of my headset mic. But this day was going to end with a turn for the surprising. What? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no 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 no. Mia, what? Mia, what are you hiding from us? Mia, please, don't do this to me. What's wrong? That's right, only I can see the Cyclops. Mia, what are you hiding from me? Oh, damn. I don't like this at all. I don't like this one bit. This means Mia must know something about the real murderer. But for this to be something that she would hide under lock and key from me? What in the world is going on? Shit. All right. June 21st, 9:48 a.m. What? Prosecutor Von Karma? You mean... No, I heard it's his successor this time. Successor? Manfred Von Karma was a really sinister man. Yeah, he was a man obsessed with the word perfection. He had a perfect record for 40 long years. Who knows what sorts of dirty tricks he used to get each of those guilty verdicts. And now his successor? I wonder what kind of person they'll turn out to be. It's no good. Mystic Maya! Pearly! Oh, you're here too. You showed up. Thanks for coming all this way. I was really worried about you. Hey, where's your mother? Didn't you two come together? Mother's watching over the trainees. She said they have training for 2 days straight with no breaks. Oh, damn, that's harsh. Huh? Then you came all by yourself? Yep, I snuck out of the manor and followed a map. Oh, damn. Okay, clever girl for making your way here all by yourself. Don't tell me you walked all the way here. Of course not. I ran. Oh. Man. If it takes 2 hours by train, oh man. Pearly, what about the train? Huh? What's a train? Are you serious? You walked all the way here by yourself. I give up. Well, she is a tough girl by any means. I'm really scared. What if Von Karma tries to do something to me? Yes, she is. At least I know Mr. Edgeworth would be nicer to me than Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth? Who's that? He's Nick's rival. Well, he's also a friend.
Objection!
Oh, what? Yeah, what about Edgeworth? I still remember him as though I've seen him only yesterday.
Objection!
Yeah, best frenemy. Every trial was scorchingly fierce battle till the very end.
Objection! Objection!
It was always back and forth with them, but when you're rivals for life... Maya, please don't mention that name ever again. Why is he saying that? Uh-huh. But why, Nick? What do you mean? I'm sorry, Maya. I forgot you don't know. He's gone. And he's not coming back. What? What? What do you mean? What? Wait a second. What's that supposed to mean? Court will commence shortly. Please proceed to the courtroom. Let's go. Now's not the time to talk about that anyway. Nick? Oh, shit. What was that? What was that about? Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. Are the prosecution and the defense prepared? Oh, hello. Are you the successor we were told about? What's with this kid? Mr. Wright, are you prepared? Huh? Oh, yes, Your Honor. Why does he always seem mad at me? Mr. Phoenix Wright. You must be a little shocked because I'm a woman, correct? Well, not particularly, but... I mean... Hold on, so she's the famed successor to Prosecutor Von Karma? I am Francisco Von Karma, the prodigy. Oh, you're... I see. I gave up a promising career in Germany and came to this country for one sole reason. Revenge. Yes, she is... Revenge? Is this about her father? Manfred von Karma? Cooley wants to check under that skirt. If it's something of a personal nature, I'm sure you can... Oh god, did she just whip him? I'm talking. Oh god. If you interrupt again, my whip will do the speaking for me. Oh damn. I mean... Please speak with your mouth like a normal person, I beg of you. Oh gosh, I can think of a few uses for that whip a little bit later, but for right now, let's just go with the trial. Make no mistake, I will defeat you. Prepare to go down, Mr. Wright. Prosecutor and Karma, your opening statement, please. Right, I know, God. She's whipping the judge and the... and yeah, there is no safe word either. Those of Von Karma blood have only one fate, and that is perfection. The defendant, Maya Fey, will find no escape from her guilt on my watch. Very well. What is the defense's position? Your Honor, does the defense wish to enter a plea of not guilty? Yes. Foolish fool who foolishly dreams of foolish dreams. 10 minutes. I give the defense 10 minutes before it changes its plea. That's right. I'll have you running for the justified self-defense plea in no time. Yeah, he kind of is. The judge is a goddamn pushover. At least as far as the prosecution is concerned. Not so much as far as the defense. A plea usually reserved for when a person unintentionally kills in defense of themselves. We could very easily make a solid case that it was self-defense, but... The defense stands by the plea of not guilty, Your Honor. Because to plead justified self-defense is still to say you killed someone. And Phoenix doesn't believe that she did he? Does he? How foolish. If that's how you want to play, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I shall now call the first witness. she is just as scary as her father. Like father, like daughter, I suppose. Hey, Dick. Witness, your name and occupation? Yes, sir. My name is Dick Gumshoe. I'm a detective at the local precinct. Oh, she's whipping him! She's whipping him too! God! Get to the point already. Explain to the court the details of this murder. Yes, sir. If everyone would please look at this map. The channeling chamber has no windows, and the door is locked shut. At the time of the murder, only the victim and the defendant were in the room. What were they doing in there? They were channeling a spirit, sir. Channeling a spirit? That's quite the look of disbelief there, Your Honor. Anyway, a few minutes after the channeling started, gunshots were heard coming from inside the room, sir. A few of the witnesses broke the door down and rushed into the room. Oh, and that's when they found the victim was already dead, correct? I believe this is one of the most open and shut cases I've ever presided over. Is it? Yeah, we heard at least 2 gunshots, right? Stop wasting my time, then. Okay, right into it, then. Cause of death was a pistol shot to the forehead. Shot was fired from point-blank range. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. Oh, yeah, and he was stabbed in the chest. Okay. The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. The murderer used a pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Talk about overkill. So, the victim was stabbed before being shot. This is the victim's autopsy report, sir. Oh. After being stabbed in the chest, he was shot in the forehead at point blank. The court accepts into evidence. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness. Pistol shot to the forehead. The murder weapon, Detective Gumshoe. Whose pistol was it? It was the victim's. The victim? Now, why would he have... Why would he have a pistol? Who cares? The point is that you're missing... The point that you're missing is whose fingerprints are on that pistol. If you're not already paying attention to that, then I suggest you start. Fingerprints? There were fingerprints. Along with the victims. The defendant, Maya Faze, were also on the grip, sir. Oh. Oh, that's damning. So the defendant's fingerprints were left on the murder weapon. Oh, I walked right into her hands there. Shot was fired from point-blank range. Point-blank, huh? So about how far away is that? Anywhere between 12 to 20 inches away. How do you know he was shot at point-blank? Mr. Phoenix Wright. I grow tired of the foolish foolery of the foolish fools of this foolish country. Excuse me? Gunpowder burn. Gunpowder burn. Ah, yes, I know what she's talking about. When something is shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Gunpowder explosion is what makes a bullet fire, and that gets real hot, pal. And there were definitely some gunpowder burns left on the victim's forehead. Wow, never knew that. Live and learn, I guess. Yeah, great. Okay, Ace Attorney. But before the victim was shot, sir, he was stabbed in the chest. Now, what was this about? Stabbed? What was he stabbed with? A fruit knife. I see. And whose knife was it? Looks like it belongs to the face, sir. And of course, my face fingerprints are all over it. Damn. All over it, huh? This doesn't look good. What will you do now, Mr. Phoenix Wright? The wound was very severe, but not enough to cause instantaneous death. How severe was the wound? If it had been half an inch more to the right, it would have hit the victim's heart. After a stab like that, it's impossible to fight back, let alone stand. This testimony makes it sound like Maya stabbed him with the intent to kill. The murderer used the pistol to finish the victim off after the stabbing. Are you sure he was stabbed first and then shot? Yep, sure can be. One look at the wounds and you come to the same conclusion too, pal. A fool is a fool who will only listen to the foolish opinions of other foolish fools. A pistol shot to the forehead at point blank is certainly enough to kill instantly. Does it matter then which was first? Think a little more before you open that big mouth of yours, Mr. Wright. Oh, what a pain. That's enough. You have clearly established how the victim was murdered. I brought the two murder weapons with me today. Very well, the court accepts them into evidence. Pistol, the murder weapon, was Gray's. 2 shots were fired. Bears Maya's and Gray's fingerprints. Knife, murder weapon, a small fruit knife, belongs to the phase. Bears Maya's fingerprints. The date and time of death was June 19th at 3:15 p.m. Eyewitnesses claim to have heard 2 gunshots at this time. And 2 murder weapons, both with the defendant's fingerprints on them, huh? This does seem like an open and shut case. I know it does seem... It seems pretty damning. Naturally. This is going from bad to worse. As if the summary just now wasn't oversimplifying things to the extreme. Your Honor, feel free to slam that little gavel of yours. After all, there's no room left for doubt, is there? That is quite true, Mr. Wright. Yes. Even in the face of all this, do you still wish to plead not guilty? It's the opinion of this court that if you do not adjust your plea, you stand to lose. See? Just as I promised, Mr. Phoenix, right? You would change your plea in less than 10 minutes. What will you do, Mr. Wright? Will you change to justified self-defense? Because now would be the time to do so. This is your final chance. It's a huge decision. I better think this through all the way. Yeah, again... Again, Phoenix believes that Maya didn't kill somebody. If we plead justified self-defense, it would basically be confessing to murder. Well, not quite, but... Well, but maybe manslaughter at the very least, but... After the trial, Maya's life would be ruined, and she'd be labeled a murderer. We saw something like that, though, in the case of, Yanni Yogi in the last... In a previous trial. It's true it did ruin his life, and it was a motive for him in a later trial, but I can't let that happen. Your Honor, I've reached a conclusion, Mr. Wright. The defense will not change its plea. We will accept nothing short of complete acquittal. Oh, did she just whip us again? You have sealed your fate, Mr. Phoenix, right, Detective? Yes, sir. Present the final portion of your testimony, the final strike. Yes, sir. Now, see here, proceedings are run by... She even whips the judge and she doesn't get any fucking penalty. Good God, how corrupt is this system? Yes, of course. Go ahead, detective, and give your testimony. I think the court would like to hear about the other piece of incriminating evidence. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. This is the costume the defendant was wearing at the time of the crime. Yeah, we did kind of see that, didn't we? As you can see, it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. But did we see something? Wait, I thought I saw something else. So this is the costume. There certainly is evidence of a black spray of a back spray of blood in this. This piece definitely links Maya Fey to the crime, sir. I see. The court accepts it in evidence. Clothes Maya was wearing at the time of the murder, there are blood splatters on it. Alright, Mr. Wright. Yeah, I want to take another look at that. Oh, I guess I can't. Okay, well. Maya's fingerprints on both murder weapons and blood splatters on her clothes. Could this situation get any worse? What's wrong? You seem to be at a loss. I think this is the last piece of testimony the prosecution should have to offer. Feel free to soak off with your tail between your legs, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Please stop calling me by my full name. It's disturbing. Yeah, total bitch, but still a sexy minx. I would agree there. Sorry, pal, but there's an even more incriminating piece of evidence. The costume the defendant was wearing, you can see it's covered in blood. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Wait. But again, I thought I saw a bullet hole in that. He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he was or wasn't? You find no evidence of the victim putting sort of a struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim? Or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder changed drastically. Oh, we're still in trouble now. If only he had something to prove the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone. Well, I'll find a critical contradiction somehow, and then I'll have her. Wait. Okay, I don't think any of these are relevant. Technically killed a person who is not fighting back. There's also a bullet hole in the folding screen. Is that what I need to present? No, I guess it isn't. I'm pretty sure this has to be the statement I have to press. But is it the pistol? Because Gray had it, didn't he? Maybe it is the... Is it the gun? Shit, no, it wasn't. Shit. Find a critical contradiction somehow. It's even more incriminating evidence. Well, let's just press this some more. Why didn't you say so in your testimony earlier? You're kind of scary today, you know, pal. Come now, Mr. Wright. There's no need for that kind of attitude in my court. Alright, just please stop glaring at me like that. Last defendant was during the time of the crime. Maya's costume? Yeah, she was wearing this when we arrested her. Maya, she's wearing her channeling costume today, too. Is she not allowed to wear anything else? As you can see, it's covered in blood. This blood on the costume. Lab results shows the victim's blood. So there's blood from the victim on the defendant's clothes. Definitely not good. So, were there any other clues you could glean from this piece of evidence? Well... If you must change the topic, then the good detective here must testify again. Not too bad. Not enough time. Let's move on. Oh, now the judge is on her side. But if I bite off more than I can chew here, what do I do? I guess we gotta try to press further. Why is Miss Von Karma suddenly putting up resistance? There must be a reason as to why she suddenly threw out an objection like that. Yes, there it is. There's a bullet hole in her robe. There must be something about this costume. I just have to look harder. Mr. Wright, Ms. Von Karma's logic is perfect. There's no way for you to poke a hole in it. Oh, but maybe something else could poke a hole in it. Your Honor. Actually, there is something very wrong with this piece of evidence. What? just the tip. What are you talking about, pal? Where's this problem you're talking about? I've come this far. There's no turning back now. The problem I have with this piece of evidence is here. I asked the court to please take a look at the sleeve of this costume. The sleeve? There's a tiny hole here. A hole? But that wasn't in the report. Hold on. What's this around the hole? It smells faintly of gunpowder. It is a bullet hole, then. Gunpowder? No one ever told me! A hole that smells of gunpowder. Looks like I found the hole I was looking for. Your Honor, the only logical conclusion I can make, it must be a bullet hole. Order, order, order! This is a very grave matter. It's best we correct the court record before anything else. Close Myers where the press check button for details. Sorry about that. I guess we messed up, sir. Francie? Is she actually smiling? What else is she hiding? Pull yourself together, detective. This tiny hole doesn't change a thing. The strength of the evidence still holds. Continue with your testimony. That just now is a fluke, nothing more.
Objection!
How can you say something like that? This is a huge oversight. Well, I agree it's a mistake on the part of the police. What Prosecutor Von Karma said is true. The evidence still stands. If you do not find a more definitive problem with the evidence, then... no way. Detective Gumshoe, please continue with your testimony. Yes, sir. The defendant attacked and killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back.
Hold it!
He wasn't fighting back? How do you know if he was or wasn't? We can find no evidence that the victim would put up any sort of a struggle, pal. So did the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Depending on this, the circumstances around this murder change drastically. Oh, we're in real trouble now. If only he had something to prove the victim did fight back. That Von Karma, she thinks she can decide the verdict with this testimony alone? I'll find a critical contradiction somehow, then I'll have her. Yeah, we'll have her, all right. Wait. Without a doubt, was not fighting back. He wasn't fighting back. How do you know? No evidence that he put up a struggle. So the murderer have a fight with the victim or not? Okay, I'm pretty sure. I mean, again, there's a bullet hole in the victim's clothes. That tells me that they were fighting back.
Objection!
Okay, is this it? Detective Dick Gumshoe. Yes? Having called me by my full name's kind of a weird feeling. You said my client killed a person who, without a doubt, was not fighting back. Yeah, I did. Then what, may I ask, is the bullet hole you police overlooked supposed to mean? What does it mean? I'll tell you what it means. It means the victim had fired off a shot. Is this not what it means to not fight back? You're right! It seems you're correct. If the victim tried to shoot the defendant, then it would change everything. Alright, the wind seems to be shifting. Huh. What is it with that? Are you finished yet, Laugh? Are you finished yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Ms. Von Karma? It seems that my Fey was shot at by the victim. However, it is only grounds enough to support a justified self-defense. Self-defense plea. That is correct. But I'm sure you remember, Your Honor, what the defense clearly said. They rejected justified self-defense and pleaded not guilty. Oh, now that you... Well, that's right. Oh, she's turning that back on us. Which means the defense has yet to prove anything at all. No. Well, yes, that's true. Furthermore, just the fact that there's a bullet hole in the costume is not enough to substantiate even a plea of justified self-defense. Huh? How so? Ah! Jesus. Don't just stand there. Hurry up and tell the court what transpired that day. With the new information we've acquired in, of course. Huh? You mean by myself? You want me to put together this scenario all by myself? Oh. Jesus. Yes, sir. Right away, sir. During the channeling, the defendant saw her chance to stab the victim in the chest. Of course, the victim used the last of his strength to fight back, sir. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant then picked up the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. The scenario you've put together does make sense. Yes, sir. Well, Mr. Wright? Yeah, right? I mean... On the surface, it does seem to make sense. However, I won't give up that easily. Please refrain from glaring at me like that. Now then, your cross-examination, please. Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss a target that's too close, doesn't it? So, you're saying the bullet hole in this costume was made then? Sorry, pal, but yeah, that's what I think. The two of them were already fighting when a shot was fired. Maya, I'm really glad you weren't hurt. Then picked up the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. Maya's never fired a gun before in her life. The victim already taken off the safety. With the safety off, even an amateur like you can fire just by pulling the trigger. Even me, I wonder. Now do you understand? Von Karma's logic is perfect. His testimony certainly makes us look very bad, but there's gotta be a contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering it's gonna uncover the truth. I can feel it. Yeah, revolvers don't... They don't have safeties, do they? I have a few and they don't. Oh wait, what? I didn't even... What did I even accuse? I thought I just pressed. I thought I just pressed on that statement. Stabbed him and didn't kill him. The blood loss, he was probably hurt pretty bad. How badly you say he hurt would you say he was? Actually, I went to get blood the other day. Afterward, I felt a little lightheaded and dizzy. Guess the damage was maybe about 10 times... sorry. Where in the world did the pistol come from? Looks like the victim, Dr. Gray, had specifically brought it in for the day. But a handgun? He got off the black market about 2 days before the murder. Why'd Dr. Gray bring a gun? Was he taking precautions against something? Yeah, and this one looks to be a revolver too, Scarlet. There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Adding body strength, and it seems unlikely the defendant could have stabbed the victim. Now that you mention it, yeah, I guess... You think you can get away with such flimsy reasoning, Mr. Phoenix, right? Maya Fey was in the middle of channeling, was she not? Hi, Ragnats. Glad you could make it. When channeling with the crane channeling technique, the medium physically changes. With the nurse's build, the defendant could have easily been a match for the doctor. I don't believe it. She even studied up on the crane channeling technique? Like I said before, I am perfect. And what were you talking about? I don't quite get it. Never mind. Fight back. Ah, Ragnas is in the middle of Danganronpa 2, huh? You just unlocked the second island? Well, Godspeed. That's all I can say. Not gonna drop any spoilers. Shit, what do I even... Don't get too attached to anyone. Yeah, you might definitely regret it. Shit though, what? Fine, the victim took out his gun, picked up the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. What do I even know? Huh, this part I don't remember. What do I present? Yeah, I guess that's true. But hey, at least then, you know, that's when my reactions are genuine. And I kind of like that. They were too close, he missed. They took a shot, but they missed. Wait. Man, I'm not sure if I'm seeing it. Ah, cool. Yeah, I'll definitely look forward to seeing you do Zero Escape, Coolio. Picked up the opening, took the victim's gun, ended it. But then, what about the knife here that was used in... Okay, the defendant tried to stab the victim. Is this where the knife was used? Hopefully the face palms aren't at me, because I'm not figuring this out fast enough. Okay, there's the bullet hole here. Ah. Not seen any... Thing is, I'm not seeing any contradictions. What are the statements again? Okay, during the channeling, the defendant saw a chance to stab the victim in the chest. The victim used the last of his strength to fight back. While the two were fighting, the victim took out his gun. The victim took a shot, but because they were too close, he missed. The defendant picked up on the opening, took the victim's gun, and ended it. That's basically all he's got. His testimony makes this look very bad. But there's gotta be contradiction in there somewhere. And uncovering gonna uncover the truth. I can feel it. There's quite a difference in height between Dr. Gray and the defendant. Okay, yeah, we mentioned this before. Maybe? The bullet in the clothes means he didn't miss? Yeah, but I thought there was muzzle burn found in the clothes. Clothes might was wear at the time of the murder.
Objection!
Oh! Okay, maybe that is... Oh my god, that was it! Missing the tiny hole in this costume will be the prosecution's undoing. Eh? What do you mean? The This hole's actually created a huge hole in your testimony. Yeah, that's what I thought too. The judge distinctly noted it smelled like gunpowder. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. You said the two of them were fighting when the victim fired his gun at point blank. If that were true, then where's the gunpowder burn on this costume? Gunpowder burn? That was what you testified earlier. When something shot from point blank, a burn area is left around the bullet hole. Yeah, and I thought they said... that was why I didn't... That's why I didn't note it before, because I thought you said there was a gunpowder burn. There's not a single trace of gunpowder burn on this costume. That's a very good point. And what exactly does this mean? It means when the shot was fired, they were standing apart from each other. I'm disappointed, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You think you can punch a hole in my logic with that? With wishy-washy thinking like that, anyone can explain anything away. Then I implore you to disprove my line of thinking. Let's see. In the middle of their fight, the victim pushed the defendant away, and it was then, when they were separated, that he fired. How is that? As if that was even possible. According to testimony, the wound from the stabbing was very severe. The victim would not have had the strength to push the defendant very far after that. Yeah, that was case 1, Ragnats. We had already done that one before you got here. Well then, that's right. The defendant must have pushed the victim away. After stabbing him, she must have put some space between the doctor and herself. And then, while she was preparing to strike again, the doctor took a shot. There. That should satisfy even you. And that does make an awful lot of sense. What do you think, Mr. Wright? I must be careful. I can't afford to make a mistake here. Concentrate and think. There's a fatal flaw in her argument, Your Honor. Fatal? Flaw? Yeah. Very interesting. I would love to see what this flaw is. Show me something that contradicts my explanation. There has to be a snag in her explanation somewhere. She put some distance between them before rushing to make the final blow. And when she was about to strike, the doctor took a shot. There must be a piece of evidence that contradicts this line of thinking. This is the piece of evidence that destroys your logic. What is that? A folding screen? I'd like to point to the court's attention to the hole in the folding screen. What? Oh, now you're getting hot and bothered. Looks like you already know what I'm talking about. Where? What? Mr. Wright, your explanation, please? Are these two really that clueless? The bullet went through the defendant's sleeve first, then the folding screen. It passed through at a height of approximately 8 inches off the ground, which means... when the shot was fired, Maya, or the defendant, was not getting ready to strike, but was actually squatting low to the ground. Yeah. Order! Order! This changes everything. Please take a look at this diagram of the crime scene. The victim, Dr. Gray, was here when he fired the shot. And the bullet hit this folding screen, about 8 inches off the ground. At this time, the defendant was in this area. Oh, jeez. Ah, shit. Okay, so he shot from here, so that means they were either right in front of the screen or right behind the screen.
Take that!
Here, near the folding screen. Wait a second. We know the defendant was close to the ground based on the height of the bullet hole, but how can you gauge the distance from that? Isn't it possible the defendant was standing much closer to the victim? That's impossible. But why? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Ms. Von Karma. If she were shot from somewhere closer, there would be gunpowder burns present. Yeah. However, there's nothing of the sort around the bullet hole of this costume. Curse you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You... I believe it's now been proven that the defendant was standing a ways from the victim when she was shot at. But do you think this has changed the defendant's situation? Heck yeah. Let's go for it. Honestly, Your Honor, this changes everything. The prosecution's claimed the defendant was aiming to kill by stabbing. If that were true, delivering the final strike with a knife would be ideal. However, where and what was the defendant doing at this time? Squatting all the way by the folding screen? Exactly. If Maya Fey was the real murderer, why would she buy the folding screen instead of preparing to strike? Upon further consideration, it does make very little sense. Yeah, I figured there had to be a reason. Figuring things out and proving the logic behind everything is your job. Alright, with this, the rest of the trial should be in the nope. She's still pretty, confident there. Blast radius of disaster. You are such a smart man, Mr. Phoenix, right? To think that you have been able to take a completely hopeless case at this point. Now I know why Papa had a tough time with you. You amuse me. Of all the things to inherit, why'd it have to be that smarmy smile? Detective, how dare you damage my perfect logic? How's it my fault? You can start by repairing your standing by removing that three-strand goatee. Oh, and rest assured, your punishment will come later. Oh, punishment? Later tonight? Oh, with that whip? Well then, Your Honor, I think I've had all I can take of this detective's face. I think it's time to call in the next witness. Next witness? That's gotta be Lotta. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. After we reconvene, we'll hear from the next witness. Okay. to avoid a repeat of last time, I think I'm gonna call it a stream here. I don't know if this is gonna disappoint some people, but hopefully. I mean, last time I streamed for like 7.5 hours, and that was like ridiculous. Yeah, I am a little bit. I don't know if I'm get. I'll try to stream next week. I'll be out of town, but I'll see if I can if my OBS on my laptop will work. But again, hopefully, yeah, I know. But everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll hope to see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.